This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham, and I've got my co-host Robbie Hall back with me. Robbie, 9 years. This is our 9th season.
I'm glad to be back.
I am so glad you're here too, and you've got a very special guest to start our show off for the 9th year. Who have you got today?
My guest today is Deputy Chief Chris Kettyle from Smith Falls Police Department. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
You were with the OPP before you became the Deputy Chief. How long were you with the OPP?
I was very fortunate to enjoy a full 30-year career with the Ontario Provincial Police.
You had many responsibilities while you were there. You were on the emergency response team. What is that about?
The emergency response team is a highly trained team on the OPP. They have a large mandate, including searches for missing people, barricaded person calls, canine backup calls, evidence searches, public order. They have a wide array of specialty services that they're trained in, that they can basically deal with all kinds of emergent situations on the ground to help coordinate and solve those situations that may arise.
You were also a detective staff sergeant. What did you do in this portion?
I was assigned as a detective staff sergeant for the Kingston Organized Crime Enforcement Bureau, and I was basically in charge of a unit that would put together complex investigations that would target essentially organized crime groups and drug enforcement, things like that. Kind of a high profile investigations, and I was in charge of making sure that that unit ran an efficient project to tackle whatever the identified problem was.
You were a deputy detective too. What does that include?
As Deputy Director, again, I was with the Organized Crime Enforcement Bureau. I was in charge of all operations relating around organized crime enforcement in the East Region, Northeast Region, and Northwest. So essentially from basically Prescott to Fort Francis. So geographically it was a big area, but my job was just to oversee the hardworking men and women that were involved in organized crime investigations, ensure that their training was compliant, that our investigations were moving ahead in timely manners, and basically just kind of wide range oversight of everybody that was working in those 3 geographical areas.
You were the sergeant in charge of rope and CIB. What does this mean?
The ROPE unit is a Repeat Offender Parole Enforcement Unit, and their basic mandate is to track down and locate essentially federal offenders who are wanted, who have breached their parole and need to go back to jail for various reasons. They may be hiding or trying to escape custody. That unit is designed to specifically target those people. And with the CIB, the Criminal Investigations Branch, I was a detective staff sergeant there, or a major case manager. My role there was to oversee sensitive and serious incidents such as homicides, sexual assaults, robberies, like major investigations, to ensure that those investigations went smoothly.
When you started as a police officer, you also started bike patrol. Why was this important to you?
Good question. As an early officer of my career, I understood that we may have had a service delivery gap, which that's how I like to refer to it, in the way that we patrolled our small towns and our villages. Being a provincial police officer, we had many small villages and stuff within our catchment area, and was realizing that a cruiser wasn't always effective. As come down the street, everybody would know the police are in town, and we weren't effectively able to combat mischiefs and break-and-enters and things like that. So I created the bicycle patrol program to target some of these areas and stuff, and found some great success down in Belleville-Quinte area where I started. I was able to bring the same program to the Lanark detachment near here in Perth, and we were able to do Almont, Carleton Place, places like that, those small villages that needed that kind of a different look for patrol. And so that's why it was passionate to me, because it was effective, and you know, the numbers obviously spoke for itself. I think it did very well in targeting those types of crimes.
You were sworn on September 9th, and your son, who is also a police officer, gave you your new badge. Can you talk to us how that made you both feel, be able to do that?
Well, obviously, it was a very proud and special moment for me as a dad. My son Blake is a police officer with Kingston City Police. He's been there 2 years in December. His mother and I are obviously very proud of him, and he's doing very well down there. I had no idea he was going to give me my badge. That was a surprise that was pulled on me. And I will tell you, it was a very, very special moment for me, and I was honored to have him give me my badge.
You are from Smith Falls, and people apply from all over Ontario to be our deputy chief. What does it mean to you to get this job here in Smith Falls?
Having lived here from kindergarten to grade 6, Smith Falls has always been part of my DNA and who I am. No matter where I lived after that, I always considered Smith Falls to be obviously part of my history. So when this position came about, it just made sense for me. It felt good. It kind of felt like a full circle moment, if I can use that term, where it's kind of right back to my roots. And I'm just thrilled to be part of the Smith Falls Police Service and be part of the great things that the men and women are doing over here to provide policing to this community.
You were not the first person in your family to do an interview with me here. Your daughter Charlie was here first a while ago, and many people were excited to see her that day. What is she up to now?
Well, I hope that I do as well as she did, because she certainly enjoyed her interview with me and still talks about it to this day. Charlie is continuing to play hockey. She's at Syracuse University. She's taking a 5th year eligibility with the NCAA. So she's down playing hockey there, and she's taken a graduate certificate in conflict and collaboration after having finished her 4 years at New Hampshire and graduating with a degree in psychology. So she's doing very well, and she says to say hello.
From one deputy chief to another, I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. Good job. Good luck with your new job. And if you need any pointers, you can give me a call.
Well, Robbie, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'll put it on record, that if I do half the job that you've been able to do over the years, then I'll be doing something right, and I will be calling. And I appreciate everything that you folks are doing for this community. I think it's very meaningful work, and I can't thank you guys enough.
Well, thank you very, very much. I mean, Robbie, you got big shoes to fill, eh, Robbie? Rob's been the deputy chief at the Smith Falls Police Department for a very long time. I have big shoes to fill, I think. Yes, for sure, for sure. So thank you very much for coming here. So pleased that somebody that from Smith Falls got this position, and like we understand, it took the applications went out for the whole province,
yes, absolutely.
And you got the job.
Yeah, and
so.
I'm very fortunate with the Police Service Board here that they're, they
Yes.
see fit to put their faith and trust in me, and I can't thank them enough for the opportunity. So.
Well, this is your first time here. I hope it's not your last. You'll come back and talk to us more, eh, Rob?
Love to talk to you anytime.
Well, once Robbie has your phone number.
Yeah, true. Yeah, speed dial.
That's right. That's right. You'll be back.
Yes.
But 9 years, eh, Rob?
9 years, yes.
Yes. We're looking forward to another season. Lots going on. Our Christmas parade's one of our favorite things to do, but we got another season of interviews of all the good people here in Smith Falls and the communities that surround us as well, right?
That's right.
All right, we're only starting.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here on our 9th year, the first day.
I very much appreciate it. Anytime.